Alright guys, we're going to create a ping pong game, and first thing you're going to do is, of course, log into your Scratch account so you can save this project. We're going to name this Ping Pong 3.0. This is my third ping pong game that I had to do, and so that's our name of our file. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create some sprites. So we are going to choose a sprite, and we're going to pick a ball. Okay, and we're going to pick the color. Let's go with blue. All right, then we are going to create a paddle. All right, so the paddle, we're going to go here and search for paddle. There it is, and we're going to put the paddle at the bottom of the screen. Okay, and so we have our ball, we have our paddle, and we're going to create a program to where this paddle is going to follow our mouse backwards and forwards, and we're going to position it under the ball, and if it hits the paddle, it's going to bounce in the other direction. So this is a simple ping pong game that anybody can create, any skill level, any beginner, intermediate, or advanced has fun at this. I've seen students do this game, and it's a lot of fun. And games are funner if you create them. You know, it's fun to play other people's games, but it's also even more rewarding if you can create your own game. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a backdrop. We've got our paddle, we've got our ball. We're going to create a backdrop, and we are going to make it lava. So here's your different things you can choose from. We're gonna draw a rectangle, and we are going to put it at the bottom and make sure that it takes up the entire bottom. Stretch it out, and then over on the screen we're going to make sure it goes down here, and there you go. Alright, so, and that might be a little too thick. Dang it, okay, alright. I think I got this figured out here. Alright, code. There we go. And I'll leave it like that. Alright, so backdrop, sprite, and sprite. Alright, so anything that has code is called a sprite. So this is a sprite, or a ball, and the paddle's a sprite. So now we're going to switch to code, and we are going to code the paddle because it's the easiest, and that is a simple 3 or 4 lines, or in this case we're going to use blocks, and we're going to go when we click the green flag, which is the go button. This is our screen that we're controlling with our code over here on the left. Everything that we code is going to appear here, and it's going to do what we program it to do. As soon as we click go and then go and stop, those are our 2 controls for our program. Alright, so we are on our paddle. So the position of that is on the motion, and we're going to go set Y to 148, which is that position on the screen. Okay. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to set that to there, so it knows wherever it goes back and forth, it's always going to be at the Y value of negative 148. The ball in the middle, that's at 0x and 0y, and so your paddle's at negative 148. All right, so then we're going to go and we're going to bring up a forever loop, and I'm not sure what that is. There it is, forever. And we're going to say set x, the left and right. We're going to set that to the mouse, and we're going to go to sensing. Or wait, it might be sensing set. Oh, here it is. Okay, set x to mouse operations. I think mouse is down here. Gotta find the mouse. Operators. Somewhere is the mouse. Looks. Oh, there's my show hide. Gotta find my mouse. Where's my mouse? Where's it at? There it is. Mouse. Mouse X. Okay, mouse X. Alright, so now we have a program for our paddle, and so let's see what it looks like. Alright, so as you can see, as I move my mouse back and forth, the paddle is going to go left and right along the Y axis of -148, and the ball, I believe, is at 0x and 0y, and so as you go back and forth, it's going to go like that. Now we have to program the ball to react to the paddle, and we are going to control the speed of the flight of the ball, the direction, and believe it or not, the code is not going to be really that difficult. Notice how I pressed the stop sign and it stopped and let me go. Now, that's done. One mistake that new coders make is when they are trying to program each different sprite, they forget to click on the sprite. And so they'll be over here creating all this code for the ball, but yet you have the paddle selected. So now we're going to switch over to the ball, and now we know that whatever we code here is for the ball. Okay? So this one's a little bit more difficult, but we're going to start out with our flag. All right, and then we're going to set. Oh, we have to go and we're going to create a variable, and we're going to go score. This is going to be for a little bit later. I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, and you're like, okay, what is he doing? Creating a score, but I'm going to be there in about 30 seconds, so I want to go ahead and jump ahead of myself and get that created. Let's come back to score here in a minute. I know I got it created. I just want to come back to it. All right, so we're going to go to motion, and we're going to set the ball to 0, 0, 0x, 0y at the very beginning, and somewhere down here is my set. Gotta find it. Set x and y. I gotta find it. Where's it at? Set y, set y, set x. Glide. Oh, point in direction. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Go to 0 for x and 0 for y. All right, so the first thing that the ball, since we've selected the ball, the first thing it's going to do is going to go to the middle of the screen. All right, then we're going to go point in direction, and it's going to go random. Okay, so random is going to be down here somewhere. Okay, pick random, and we're going to go from 0 to 360. That's 360 degrees, going in any direction it wants. So you go up, down, left, right, wherever it wants to go, it's going to be random. All right, so then we're going to go and this is where it gets a little bit complicated. I think my lunch is ready. Hey, Charlie, can you get that, please? All right. So here we go. We got the forever loop, and so the ball is going to go on forever, and all the stuff we put on the inside of it is going to go on forever. So we got to control the ball and the paddle. So first we're going to do the ball, and we're going to put an if-then statement to control the ball, and this is where it's going to get kind of tough here. If touching color, if touching color right here, and we're going to go here, then we're going to pick this color right here, then what? If it touches the lava, then the ball is going to stop. And that control is stop all. Okay? So, this is going in random directions, and as soon as you miss it with your paddle, it hits the lava, it's supposed to stop. So we got that part programmed. Now the second one is going to be the paddle. So the ball is going to hit the paddle, and what is it going to do? So we're going to go if then, and we're going to say touching paddle, touching, and we're going to go paddle. Then we're going to turn uh, 90 degrees. Okay, so we're going to, if it hits the paddle, we're going to make the ball turn around and go in the opposite direction by 90 degrees. Now we are going to say, okay, if we hit the ball, we're going to add 1 point to the score. So every time we hit the ball, it's a point. And if it hits the lava, game over. Okay. So we're going to change the score. Somewhere in here, there's one. It might be events. Go up somewhere. Variables. Oh yeah. Okay, change the score, and here I've already created my score. Change the score by 1, but now we have to go up and set the score to 0 at the very beginning so that we don't just add to the score of our last game. So every time you press the green flag, it's going to set it to 0, and every time you hit the ball, it's going to add 1 up. And there are some glitches on this. We're going to see what they are, but last step we have to create is how fast the ball is going to move. So we're going to select the ball. We're still on the ball. And we're going to say, okay, it's going to move inside the forever loop. So this if-then controls the lava. This if-then controls the paddle. Now, it's inside this forever loop, we have to have something that controls the speed of the ball, and every time the ball hits, then it has to bounce. So we're going to go into, I think it's looks, or Move, let's see, move, or motion. I'm going to go to motion. Alright, so yeah, here it is. Move, and this is going to be outside any if-then statements. We don't want to put this inside this if-then statement because then it won't move unless it is hit the paddle. So let's go for 20. And as you can see, when you launch this program, you'll see the speed as you go up and down in these values on this is your speed right here. And then last thing you gotta do is if on edge bounce, and somewhere in here in the motion is the bounce command for the ball. If on edge, here it is. Alright, so you put that down there, and so inside the forever loop, it's going to always go at that speed, and every time it's on the edge of your paddle, it's going to bounce. Alright, so let's, I think that's it. Now, if you want to add some funny challenges, I just kind of was goofing around and discovered some interesting stuff. Let's put it in, I'm going to show you real quick. If I can find it. Camper. Oh, I don't know where it's at. There's a camper or something in here that I wanted to put in there. Show you, it's kind of funny. Let's put a squirrel. Hey, what happened? Costumes. I thought I picked it. What? Some other. All right, so my Wi-Fi went out there for a minute there. So basically, let me catch up on what I was doing here. I had to kind of reconnect my Wi-Fi. All right, so we have. I put a bus out there, and let's make sure I'm on the right one. Let's see. All right, so got my code working, and where's my code? Code for paddle, code for ball, and I got my little bus, which kind of creates a kind of a mystery on where the ball flight's going to go. You kind of don't know. If it goes through it, you kind of have to guess, and it kind of makes for an interesting game. And anyway, so that's it. So we got to work, and have fun with this game. It's a lot of fun. Make sure that when you select the different sprites, that the code you're creating is for that sprite. So like the paddle, pretty much a simple, straightforward command to follow the mouse back and forth, left and right. And then you got the ball, a little bit more complicated, but that's pretty much it. You know, if it touches the lava, right here, if it touches the lava, then it's going to do something, stop all. If it touches the paddle, it's going to go turn around 90 degrees, and it's going to add to your score. Inside the forever loop is your speed and instructions on what to do when the ball hits the paddle. So a lot of fun, and this is just a basic program that we can create and add to it later on. There's lots of stuff we can do with this. We can add, like if it touches the lava, we can, you know, have it say something like game over, something like that. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to have an update on this program on Friday, have fun creating this week, and sadly we only got a week and a half left of programs, and then we're going to go into a kind of a review, and that's pretty much it. School year is going to be over here in a couple weeks, and you guys have done a great job on these programs, the Arduino and Scratch, and with the other programs, Arrow of Code. A couple of you guys did the Bridge Designer software that required a download, and some of you guys didn't have a laptop, but that's fine. But pretty much, a lot of you have enjoyed these programs, and I enjoyed putting them out there for you, so you guys could have some fun learning opportunity. And I'll see you on another video on Thursday or Friday to kind of wrap up this lesson here. And if you have any questions, of course, just post those questions on the Google Classroom inside the assignment, or send me a direct message and I'll respond to it. So anyway, have fun with it, guys, and I'll see you guys in our next video. All right.